Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy. It is time for Tackle My TBR. Okay, welcome back, guys. Also, welcome to all my new subscribers. I've had a really nice flow of new subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, for always sticking with me and watching my videos, especially those of you who have been with me for a while and my absence of about 4 years. So anyway, I appreciate all of you guys, so thanks so much for your support. So let's get into the video. What did I read last week off of my TBR? Well, the first book that I read off my TBR was Fairy Tale by Stephen King. This was fantastic, you guys. You know how you get a favorite author and over the years, you're just reading year after year their stuff, their auto buys, you're going to buy their stuff. And then, the further you go, you feel like they're kind of losing that flair a little bit. I felt that way with, a couple of Stephen King's books. Not to the point where, the book is horrible, because I don't think anything that he's wrote is horrible. But this one I didn't feel like that at all. I just felt like it was just amazing. This is a fantasy book that he wrote. This came out the end of between the middle and the end of last year. I don't remember exactly when this one came out because I had so many pre-orders last year. But this one was fantastic. And one of the things that I love the most, which I think I've probably said this a million times, one of the things I love the most about Stephen King is the fact that he can create a character like nobody's business. Like, he is the top dog, in my opinion, on character development, because his characters become personal friends to you. Like, that's what I feel like. I could sit down to dinner with them. I feel like I know them inside and out. And his world building is also great. And that's the things that I love the most about Stephen King's writing. He's fantastic where it comes to character development, especially. So anyway, in this book we're following Charlie. And Charlie, he's an okay student in school, he gets along with people, but he's carrying kind of a burden. His mother was killed in a hit and run accident, and his father turns into this alcoholic, kind of like. So he's carrying this load, and he feels responsible for his father, and he kind of tiptoes around him and that kind of stuff. Well, one day he is out and about, and he meets this dog named Radar. Radar is an aging German Shepherd, and she belongs to Howard Bowditch, and I don't know if I want to. Anyway, she leads him to Howard Bowditch, and they strike up this relationship. And Howard is just an old cuss, he's just set in his ways. He's not a happy guy, and that kind of stuff. I don't know how much I can tell you. I don't want to ruin anything. There is a portal to another world. That is the main premise of this story. There is a portal to another world that he learns from Howard. And that's all I'm going to say. There was never a dull moment. I totally fell in love with Charlie. I totally fell in love with Radar, the dog. I pretty much fell in love with most all the characters in this story. It's just fantastic, you guys. I couldn't put the book down. I read it in a few days. And it's fantastic. If you guys are a Stephen King fan, but you haven't read this one yet, oh, please do, because you will not be sorry for picking this one up. Fantastic. 5 stars for me. Absolutely loved it. Of course, then again, it's Stephen King. I'm not too disappointed by Stephen King's books. But, yeah, this one was fantastic. And then the second book, no, it was not a Kindle pick. It was Twisted Love by Anna Huang. And I've heard people have been talking about this. I also purchased Twisted Love, and I think Twisted Games is the other one I've got. Whatever book 2 is the one that I got. I think it's Twisted Games. But anyway, this one, I'm kind of on the fence about it. Okay, our characters are Ava and Alex. Okay, and with each of these books, I think there's 4 in this Twisted series. It's different characters for each book, just to let you guys know that. If you're going to only read just one of them, and you don't plan on reading any of the other ones, then you can read whichever one you want out. You don't got to read this first. You could read Twisted Games first, as long as you don't plan on reading the other ones, because there's a lot of setup for each of the characters in each of the books. So if you want to read the whole series, then you need to read them in order. And this one is book 1. So anyway, back to this. So you got Ava and you have Alex. Now, there is a kind of a sad backstory for Ava, and kind of the same for Alex as well. They both got a pretty good backstory, which makes the story interesting. It makes the story interesting. And Ava's got a brother, and he is going off to Central America on some kind of a program for college. And he asks Alex to look after his sister Ava. And they kind of strike up this relationship. Now, Alex is not your good guy. He is not good by any means. And I really did not like him at all. Pretty much I didn't like him at all. But my biggest complaint is that in every one of these romance, like these new adult romance, our main male characters are pretty much described as untouchable gods. Like, you're not going to ever read about some frumpy kid, who just doesn't have anything going for him, as our main love interest. You don't find it. And it makes the stories so unrealistic. Like, the reach that this guy has is just unbelievable. Like, the things that he can set into motion. It's just, and I know it's fiction. I do. But I need a little bit of a hint of realism in the story to really, really enjoy it. I feel like there was a lot going for this book, but there was so many unrealistic elements to the story that I gave it 3.5 stars. I don't know, you guys. 3.5 is still pretty good on my scale, but I needed a little bit more realism. Those really unbelievable and unrealistic things are great for fantasy. You can get away with that in fantasy, but in romance, no. And I don't care if the guy is just, I don't know, all muscle and untouchable and everybody's scared of him and that kind of thing. That doesn't even, I don't know, faze me. I guess maybe it's the age thing that I'm just beyond all of that. And I understand the authors and why they do that. They get more readers for that kind of stuff. But, and it wasn't just Alex and him being this god. It wasn't even that. It was like I said, it was his reach. The things he was able to make happen and do just was very unrealistic to me. Now, for Ava, I was very happy with Ava because Anna Huang did not write her as this tripping over myself trying to get to this god. Okay, and you can just, treat me really bad and everything, but I'm still going to try to be with you. Ava is not like that, and I loved that part of the story. That part made me very, very happy. She knew how to fight for herself. She knew how to stand up for herself, and she knew how to face things by herself. And she's got a very tainted background. Same with Alex. They both had a very rough start and a very tainted background. So I appreciated those elements, but I just wanted a little more realism to the story. So yeah, that's Twisted Love. I probably will read the next book, considering they are different characters. So maybe I will like the male character in that better. I kind of liked him a little bit in this book because he kind of reminded me of Kevin Costner's character in The Bodyguard. That very quiet, steeled person, you know, that is there to fight for you kind of thing. I really liked his character. So, I'm gonna go with that and go into the next book, and maybe that character that I have in my mind will stay that way when I read the second book. So, not horrible, just not very realistic. I know a lot of people really liked this. I mean, it was okay. The storyline was good, and I liked the mystery aspects of the story, but it's just that unrealistic elements that were involved in that. So, 3.5 stars for that. But that was what I read last week. For the most part, I enjoyed them both. Fairy Tale was fantastic. Twisted Love was okay. You know, it's not like I won't continue reading the other books, because I probably will. So, you guys let me know what you read last week down in the comments below. Let me know if you've read either of these and what your thoughts were on those. And we can have a little discussion about that. But that's all I have for you guys today. So thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.